Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back with another thing for our YouTube channel. It's not a podcast this time. That's why I said thing. It's an NBA draft Chicago Bulls prediction presentation. Now, there's a lot to say. Got to keep my energy up. I don't have Ben with me today. But here we go. We're going to start it here. I'm going to share my screen. Give me one moment. And here we are. Chicago Bulls 2020 NBA Draft by Brad Huseby. I'm going to go on to the second slide, full screen for you guys. Separated it from first round prospects and second round. Bulls currently have the 4th and the 44th picks in the draft. Will not be shocked if those picks get moved around, but for the time being, Bulls have 2 picks, 4th and 44th. Some first round prospects for you are James Wiseman, a center from Memphis, LaMelo Ball, point guard from Australia, Isaac Okoro, 2 and 3 from Auburn, Danny Advasia, a 3 from Israel, Devin Vassell, small forward from Florida State, Saddiq Bey, small forward from Villanova, and Aaron Nesmith, a small forward from Vanderbilt. For the second round, of course, there are more players. Anthony Edwards is an elite player. A bunch of other guys. But like I said at the bottom here, these are players I like. I'm not a huge Anthony Edwards guy. We're not a big Obi Toppin guy. Obi Toppin's another one of those guys. Killian Hayes, I'm really down on him. But just for the purpose of the video, I wanted to include that. Second round prospects, we got Paul Reed, a power forward from DePaul. Daniel Toru, a center from Minnesota. I really like him. Tyler Bay, power forward from Colorado. Jay Scrubb, shooting guard, small forward from Independence, which is a JUCO school. Abdoulaye Ndoye, a small forward from France, played in the second-tier league in France. Emmanuel Quickly, point guard from Kentucky. Kenyon Martin Jr., small forward, power forward from IMG Academy. And then Lamine Diane, a small forward from CSU Northridge School in California. Could move on to the next slide here for you guys. LaMelo Ball, point guard, shooting guard from Australia. I have 3 of my first-round players that I could see the Bulls end up drafting. I made a whole little slide for them. So LaMelo is just one of those players, and you will see the next players in a few minutes. I don't want to expose who those players are quite yet. The most well-known prospect in this class, undeniably, was a part of the best high school basketball team of all time, in my opinion, Chino Hills 2015-16. Players included Lonzo Ball, current Pelican, 2nd overall pick in 2017 by the Los Angeles Lakers. Onyeka Okongwu, protected top 10 pick, played ball at USC. Eli Scott put up 16 and 7 at LMU as a junior. And Jello Ball played a little bit for the OKC Blues practice squad and a summer league target for multiple NBA teams. And of course, Melo hit an impressive stint in Australia, and the hype has continued throughout quarantine and the summer. I like LaMelo. I don't know if he fits the Bulls. Of course, the Bulls have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Sato, Ryan Arcidiacono. I just don't know if the Bulls need a point guard, shooting guard, especially because we spent our first-round pick on a point guard last year, and our best player currently on our team is a shooting guard. Next, we're going to have James Wiseman, the center from Memphis, a lengthy, athletic big. In the modern NBA, we could see him at point guard here. Hey, it's a big claim, but you have to make big claims. Definitely helps his draft stock, being able to play multiple positions. He can also play the 4. He's a top 4 lock, in my opinion. He left Memphis after rumors of him taking payments from Penny Hardaway. When I say him, I mean his family and relatives, and he was working out in South Beach until COVID hit. He is from Nashville and played high school basketball locally. Instead of going to an Oak Hill, prolific prep IMG, his stats were 20 and 11 until he left Memphis. Third player slide here, we have Isaac Okoro, the shooting guard, small forward from Auburn. The most realistic pick in my mind is Isaac Okoro. If we don't trade the pick, I really hope the Bulls trade either down or we trade the selection. But Isaac is a two-way stud. He poses a threat on the offense attack, but an even bigger one on the defensive side of the ball. He is, in my opinion, the best defensive player in this class. He averaged 13 points and 4.5 rebounds. These are lackluster for a 4th overall pick, but the athleticism and defensive plays not on the regular stats speak volume. Looking into detailed graphs and defensive metrics on the setup pull up here, it does all stats, and I like how they call it Funalytics. I love sports analytics. I see why scouts are so high on it. The combine would have helped him big time as he could show off his athletic gifts. Below are some clips of his game. I would also like to point out his defensive assignments this year. He guarded Anthony Edwards, projected number 1 or number 2 overall pick, Tyrese Halliburton, projected lottery pick from Iowa State, and Aaron Nesmith, another projected lottery pick from Vandy, and maybe one of the best offensive players in this draft. Okoro's second best offensive game this year were against Vandy and Iowa State. Him guarding lottery picks and putting up 19 and 23 respective points is very impressive. Tyrese Halliburton is a point guard, and Nesmith is a small forward. He can guard 3 positions and guard 3 positions well. Those games alone, seeing how well he played offensively and defensively, solidified why I believe he is a lock to be at least a starter in this league. Here we go. I'm going to start it off with this game against Vanderbilt. Again, they played Aaron Nesmith. This is an offensive clip. Here we go. 23, he has the ball. Takes Aaron Nesmith and jams on him. Aaron Nesmith is 24 right there. Just goes low right dribble, blows by him with the easy slam. Next clip we're going to view. I don't know if there's volume on this. It's against South Alabama. He's 23 defense there. On the weak side currently. The center's looking to get the ball to the guard. Doesn't get it. Gives it to their other guard. Okoro has to switch, but then gets all the way back with that one little leap and gets the steal, goes into transition well. Next play we're going to view, I'm going to turn on the volume a little bit for you guys. It's against Georgia. This is, of course, against Anthony Edwards. Here we go. Blocked by Isaac Okoro. Another block by Okoro. And the crowd goes nuts. Just insane game. I watched a good portion of this game. Anthony Edwards did have a cheeky 18 points, but Auburn was running away with this game in big time. They were a top 5 team at this point. They blew out Georgia, and by the end of the game, it was not. Georgia gave the ball to Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards took an insane amount of shots, but when Isaac Okoro was guarding him, especially in big moments, the ball wasn't going in the hoop, and that's what matters. We're going to move on to our second round guys. I'm going to start off with Tyler Bey, power forward from Colorado. I would be thrilled if the Bulls were to take a chance on Bey. The Bulls do not need a center or a guard, in my opinion, but a small forward or power forward is really where I like the Bulls to go with at least one of these picks. Bey can and will play 3 positions, which will greatly help him. He was ranked 126 coming out of Middlebrooks Academy in Los Angeles out of high school. His pick and roll defense will need to be greatly improved, but other than that, he's a solid offensive and defensive player. He has great shooting range for 6'7", and in the league, he'll be primarily used on defending stud wings and bringing energy off the bench. Going to move on now to Emmanuel Quickly, the point guard, shooting guard from the University of Kentucky. Quickly answer this list for offense and offense only. The Bulls do not need a point guard at the moment, but trading/waiving Chris Dunn or Arcidiacono, which I wouldn't be shocked, might happen. It is not a long shot this offseason. Emmanuel, as a 21-year-old sophomore, put up 16 points and a minimal 2 assists. All I saw for Emmanuel this season was his ability to score. He had a great 30-point game against Texas A&M, which will definitely get him up a few picks here, showing scouts that, he can ball out. He can put up big numbers. I believe he also had 8 rebounds that game. For our final second-round guy, we're going to be talking about Daniel Oturu. He's a 6'10 sharpshooter. The St. Paul native chose his hometown, Minnesota, over the likes of Memphis, Kansas, and others. He had interest from Michigan State. He put up 20 and 11 in the Big Ten as a sophomore. He had monster games against Michigan and Maryland, garnered the likes of John Teske and forgetting his name, Maryland center, Jalen Smith. There we go. My fault. It would not shock me if he's selected in the first round. He deserves to be selected and make the roster regardless. Very rare a first-round pick is not on the final roster, but just want to put that up there if he is indeed a second-round pick. That's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was not a podcast, but Ben and I just did a podcast a few minutes ago that will also be on our YouTube channel. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share. It's greatly appreciated. We're at 19 current subscribers. We'd love to get to 20 by the end of these 2 shows. Regardless, thank you guys for watching. Peace.